Hello, welcome back. In the previous session, we saw how to connect to a web IDE. And in this session, we will cover briefly about the web IDE, the overview of web IDE. Okay, so in SAP terminology, so this definition I took directly from the SAP portal. And this is exactly what SAP is saying. SAP Web IDE is a powerful, extensible, web-based tool that simplifies the development process of end-to-end SAP Fiori apps and the full stack development. So in the full stack means the front end, the business logic, and the back end. Back end is a database. Front end is a user interface, and the business logic, whatever the Node.js or Java, whatever the code you want to write, you can write in the business logic part. UI is the HTML5 development, and the database is what we are going to cover in this session. So our SQL course is basically about the database development, right? So the full stack application lifecycle, and you can develop, debug, build, test, extend, deploy, role-based, consumer-grade apps. So that's the definition. So it will be like extensive. So you can do anything using the web IDE. And even the features which are not available in HANA Studio, those are available in the web IDE. So that's why SAP is recommending to move towards web IDE instead of SAP HANA Studio. So in simple terms, in my terminology, I can say it's an advanced version of SAP HANA Studio with a lot of new features and compatible with the HANA 2.0 development process. So in HANA 2.0, there are many new features added. And those features you want to get the benefit, then HANA Studio may not be fully ready. So that's why web IDE is the correct tool to go with. But remember, for our SQL course, HANA Studio is good enough because all our work is on the database development. So HANA Studio supports database developments very well. And wherever the HANA Studio is not possible, then we will cover those in the web IDE. Okay, so this whole section we are going to cover in the web IDE tool only. Okay, so this is the web IDE, and this web IDE I connected using the XSA_dev user. So the leftmost pane, this is something like in HANA Studio switching between the perspectives, right? So we have admin perspective, development perspective, modeling perspective. So something similar to that. Here we have a development perspective, the first one. In the development perspective, all design time objects exist. And the second one, database explorer, which is like a runtime repository. All the runtime objects, for example, if you create a CDS file and when you activate, it will generate a table, and that table exists in the database explorer. And the third one is preferences. Here you can do some settings about the web IDE. And this one, here when you do some development, you will see all the logs here. So logs, and here you can see the error messages, and here you can see the run console, and also the resource manager. So we are not going in deep here right now. The top menu is to do various things about your project. And here on the right side, if you see, these are the extra options for your development. And for example, this is the Git pane. So on the Git pane, you can sync your source code into the Git repository. And there is a debug screen. So those are the options available in the web IDE. So that's all about the web IDE for now. So even if you don't understand what I said in the web IDE overview session, please move forward. Don't worry. When in the next project, in the next session, I'm going to create a project and I'll show the navigations and all. So you'll feel more comfortable in the going forward sessions. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Until then, happy learning. Bye.